Odyssey is about the notion of our very strong mission critical solutions that have been based on HP-UX and Itanium based solutions. We are not. We'll certainly support all that, and we love all that, and such. But our go forward strategy for mission critical is shifting to an x86 based world. And it's not by coincidence that folks have decommitted to Itanium, specifically Oracle. And so on a go-forward basis here, we're very excited about bringing all the value that has been long-standing in our business-critical environment, from NSK to OpenVMS, as you described before, and most recently HP-UX, and we're bringing that technology down to x86 architecture now for high availability and resiliency, etc., and to achieve that experience of total availability and mission criticality on x86, and that's what Project Odyssey is all about. Said differently, Superdome, in the form of something that we've publicly announced called Project Dragonhawk, is going to show up as an x86 with mission critical Linux on it.
So on this new class of Odyssey service, if I'm not mistaken, Red Hat Enterprise Linux stopped certifying on Superdome and the high-end Itanium systems as of RHEL 5. When we're talking Odyssey, will those be? Will you be seeking, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 6 Plus certification on those?
Absolutely. 6 and 7 will be certified on it. They're going to be x86 based. Very, very straightforward here. And by the way, we'll have up to 30-way partitionable processors.
30-way, okay.
Excuse me, 32.
32, yeah.
It's power
sure.
But,
so large scale,
and they'll be, Superdome-esque, if you will, and then certified with RHEL in those environments.
And then just from a competitive perspective, because when I talk to your colleagues more on the UX side and the Superdome side, they'll say, well, UX is more mission critical because of X, Y, Z, etc. Is it really just it's not a religious question, but is it just a question of use case, or is there some other question where somebody decides HP-UX on Superdome versus Linux, whatever flavor, on, say, Odyssey?
Yeah, I think what, mission critical servers always have long lives, typically, because they're mission critical.
Sure.
So we've got a lot of business at stake that run in those machines. And so we're all about the go-forward supportability and servicing around those until end of life, which is not until an incredibly long period of time here. But if they were, if you will, greenfield, net new business critical functions coming to life, HP would suggest a great opportunity is to move to our Dragonhawk offering with mission critical Linux to be able to support that on a go forward basis here. And the key here is all of the base technologies that make mission critical what it is today. HP is taking a lot of intellectual property, a lot of wherewithal, a lot of long-standing depth in the server industry, and moving that to x86. So it's not your father's white box, if you will, running Linux. There's plenty of those running around here, but it is an embodiment of firmware resiliency. Up in the OS itself, things like high availability failover technology are being built into the offering, augmenting what's already in Red Hat Enterprise Linux today to bring that resiliency to this compute model. So the specific notion there is, going forward, HP would suggest applications needing business criticality consider this new model going forward that's born out of the Odyssey program.
Got it. Because when I think HP-UX 11i v3 update 4 or 5. I know that there's, on the file system, snapshotting, rollback, resiliencies, things that do not exist in mainstream Linux today. It doesn't exist in Red Hat today. So when customers come to you and say, hey, we need rollback snapshotting, what do you tell them on a Linux-type platform?
Well, what we tell them is our go-forward strategic platform that is Dragonhawk, and look for those features to come into that environment.